Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I have some very big news to share with you all. It's all important items. Be sure to watch the video to the end. We got Republicans and Democrats who are turning bullish on crypto. This is significant, guys, because of course in the United States we're waiting for full crypto regulations for the SEC to be put in their place. So I'm going to break it down, what's going on with the Republicans and the Democrats and why this is important. In addition, Guggenheim Fund, the really big investment firm which has billions of assets under management, their CIO has weighed in on crypto in the future, and they're looking to start a second fund to invest in crypto. We have a Canadian football, or I should say basketball team that is going to be paid in Bitcoin. Also a major update for a North American Bitcoin miner going to full renewable energy. XRP being listed on a Swiss crypto exchange. Mark Cuban has lost a lot of money trading a DeFi token. So we're going to break it all down. Before we do, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment below and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, I uploaded my interview with Ripple CTO David Schwartz yesterday where we talked about the XRP Ledger federated sidechains and much more. Be sure to check it out. Link will be in the description. Also, be sure to sign up for my free weekly newsletter. It is 100% free, and you can get some crypto insights and knowledge there and updates on interviews coming up. This video is sponsored by OKCoin, which has the lowest fees out of all exchanges. You can buy HBAR, Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Soon there's going to be some new ones listed, and you can get all your favorite cryptocurrencies. So be sure to sign up, link in the description. So check this out, guys. U.S. House Republicans campaign arm to accept crypto donations. This is huge adoptions. When you got politicians, the people who make the laws, who run the country and states and so forth, willing to accept crypto, and they're now understanding it, they're getting educated by it, this is a great sign. So the National Republican Congressional Committee, NRCC, the U.S. House Representatives campaign arm, is set to accept donations in cryptocurrency. Axios reported the news on Wednesday, saying that the NRCC has partnered with crypto payments processor BitPay for the initiative. That means crypto donations will be converted into US dollars by BitPay before being deposited in the NRCC's account. The NRCC has become the first national party committee to accept crypto donations, while several federal political candidates in the past have solicited donations in crypto. And this includes like Tom Emmer, Warren Davidson, Darren Soto. So before that, we were seeing we were seeing bipartisan support for crypto, right? You had Darren Soto, a Democrat, Warren Davidson, a Republican, Tom Emmer, and so forth. And now the other news I'm going to share with you guys is important, but let me give you a quote here from Tom Emmer. "We are focused on pursuing every avenue possible to further our mission of stopping Nancy Pelosi's socialist agenda and retaking the House majority, and this innovative technology will help provide Republicans the resources we need to succeed," Tom Emmer, a crypto-friendly U.S. representative out of Minnesota and the NRCC chairman, told Axios. So obviously there's going to be a political show here, and you know, they're going to trash each other. I hate politics, so you guys know how it's going to come across. But check this out on the flip side. Chairwoman Maxine Waters, right, she serves the people of California's 43rd District in Congress. She's chairwoman of the House Financial Services Committee, announces Digital Assets Working Group. This is amazing. Let me read some of the information from the press release. So here's the headline. Waters announces Digital Assets Working Group. This week, Congressman Maxine Waters, Democrat out of California, chairwoman of the U.S. House of Committee on Financial Services, announced the first hearing held by the Task Force on Financial Technology that she organized a digital assets working group of Democratic members. So once again, you see the political sides playing out, and I'm not here to talk about who's better and whatever. I'm just talking about the facts and what is taking place, right? And what that means for us holding crypto. So here's a quote. "As cryptocurrencies, central bank digital currencies, and digital assets enter mainstream, the committee will look at how digital assets have begun to enter many aspects of our lives, from payments to investments to remittances, and consider how to devise legislation to support responsible innovation that protects consumers and investors while promoting greater financial inclusion. So I am pleased to announce that I have organized a digital assets working group of Democratic members that will examine the issues at hand in the digital assets space. And this includes, and I couldn't believe it when I read it, Brad Sherman. Some of you remember this guy, Brad Sherman. Oh my goodness. Those of you who have been in the market for a while, he's a clown, but it looks like he got educated. Many of you remember he was on Twitter telling people, stop saying bad things about me because I trash crypto. And we had covered it on this channel that, he's basically in the pockets of the banks, right? So he was pushing back at that point. Or smoke and mirrors moves. He knew what would be coming, but he's trying to distract the public from it. And look, he's not the only one. A lot of the big players do this, right? So Representative Al Green out of Texas is going to be there too. But I'm surprised Brad Sherman is on there, given this guy's history. But hey, look, I got to give him respect if he got educated about it and he has changed his tune, but we shall see. But guys, step back for a second. Put aside the political BS. This is bullish. This is what we need. They need to start talking about it. They need to get educated. They need to have dialogue. They need to understand what is at stake here globally and from a macro geopolitical standpoint, right? And this is the future. I mean, we've been talking about it, right? The token economy, the digital economy, and they clearly in the verbiage they use there talk about how digital assets, cryptos, are entering mainstream. Adoption is happening, and they can't ignore it anymore, guys. This is so bullish. It should be making huge headlines, even the news from the Republicans as well, right? That they're going to accept it as campaign donations. And remember, game theory would suggest that Democrats are going to do this too. Except, I know there's some, I don't like Elizabeth Warren. She's annoying. I feel like she's uneducated on certain things. So she's been talking some nonsense about crypto, of course. So guys, the future is bullish, but patience is the key. Patience. So I hope you understand that. Now, something I want all of you definitely listen to this, pay attention. The victims of the July 2020 Ledger hack, so Ledger, the hardware wallet, I personally use them, are receiving fake hardware wallets, guys. So here's some photos. Below is a fake letter that a victim received with a malicious hardware wallet. Be wary of scammers. Ledger's not going to send you a free device, guys. And if you didn't order one, right, and you want to make sure what comes in the mail, you verify it, and you can even email Ledger. But I mean, this is bad. And you go and hook this up, and you transfer your crypto on there, and they have the private keys and all that, right? They can easily steal your crypto. So be aware. Be on the lookout for stuff like this. Double check everything. And if you didn't order a Ledger and it just shows up in your door, throw it in the garbage, right? Throw it in the garbage. Do not even plug it in. Just be careful, right? Because you don't know what's on there. Some worm or malware or something that can get on your computer, and then it steals information. It's there, and that information is being sent out to these scammers, right? So, guys, just be careful. I would hate to have hear that one of you fall for this and then you lose your money, and that could be worth hundreds of thousands, millions potentially, right? So please be careful, guys. Now, speaking of the future of crypto, Scott Minerd, who's the chief investment officer at Guggenheim Partners, tweeted, "Crypto will continue to be volatile." I think we can expect that for sure because the market still hasn't fully matured yet. But he said, "But as a paradigm, it is the future." And this is, of course, one of the biggest investors. And like we've talked about, a paradigm shift is taking place. And we see it. We see the politicians jumping on board, the Wall Streeters jumping on board, the corporations jumping on board. So Guggenheim Fund, if you guys recall, just even earlier this month, they have registered a fund to seek exposure in crypto. Last year, I think it was. Yeah, November, it had come out that they had filed to be able to invest up to almost $500 million in Bitcoin through Grayscale's GBTC. So very bullish, and I think people are recognizing what's happening. The genie's out the bottle, the train has left the station. They can't ignore it anymore. Now, check this out. The Canadian Elite Basketball League, CEBL, will now allow its players to be paid in Bitcoin. This makes the CEBL the first North American professional sports league to pay its players directly in Bitcoin. Crypto platform BitBuy is facilitating the process. Adoption. This is what you want to see, and we saw NFL players here in the United States are getting paid in Bitcoin, guys. It's amazing to see this happen, and I think this is a trend that will continue. Now, Bitfarms to start trading on the Nasdaq June 21st with the ticker symbol BITF. They will become the largest publicly traded Bitcoin miner in North America using greater than 99% hydroelectric renewable electricity. I hope you see what's happening. Whether you love or hate Bitcoin, if you think Bitcoin's trash, whatever, because I know there's tribalism and maximalism in the crypto community. I personally diversify. I hold Bitcoin. I am bullish as hell on Bitcoin. As for payments, no. As a store of value, yes. As the gateway to the crypto market in the immediate few years that are coming up, yes. And I believe Bitcoin is going to do well. And we've seen, based on data, that the altcoins move a Bitcoin. So at this point, it makes sense to have some Bitcoin in your portfolio. And that's what I'm doing. And it has made my portfolio look great. I'm glad I put it there when other altcoins don't perform well and things happen. I'm in a good position because I've diversified. Now, of course, you don't want to spread yourself too thin, obviously, but Bitcoin as a brand, as a store of value and adoption from institutional investors is going to increase in value. Will there be other potential cryptos that could surpass it and take its place in the future? I think so, unless Bitcoin developers do some major scaling. So I'm realistic. I look at everything on both sides of the coin, so to speak, right? So this is good, guys. This is bullish. And these companies are going to go public. They're going to get listed, more visibility from the market. This crypto market will see a lot of cash and investments coming in. Now, the SEC, up to their same old BS, they have once again delayed a Bitcoin ETF. This is the VanEck Bitcoin ETF. I don't know what the SEC is doing, honestly, and this is why I put emphasis on at the beginning of the video, why the politicians talking about crypto, adopting crypto, creating their advocacy groups and discussion panels and whatever is bullish, because they have the ability to then go and be like, hey, SEC, you can't do that anymore, or this is your place. And we saw the Token Taxonomy Act, which is yet to be passed, is the key, which puts the SEC in their place. Now check this out. SwissBorg, which is a crypto asset management service out of Switzerland, tweeted, "We are happy to announce that SwissBorg app will support the XRP token, which offers institutions a fast, reliable option for sourcing liquidity. The SwissBorg app will allow XRP holders to exchange XRP with 16 cryptos and 15 fiats all in one app." Now you may say, well, who cares? What's the point? Whatever, right? But remember what's happening here in the United States. We have a lawsuit against Ripple, and a lot of exchanges have delisted XRP with the exception of ByTrue and Uphold. So it's good to see across the world in different countries where there's regulatory clarity, things are still moving ahead, and Ripple's still expanding and building offices and partnerships around the globe. Now, here's some adoption news. Paraguay Entertainment Group to accept Bitcoin, Ether, SHIB, or whatever you want to call it, next month. Payments with Bitcoin, Ether, Shiba Inu, and Chilis will be available at its 24 venues. Adoption, guys. This is what you want to see if you're a crypto holder. So Grupo Cinco, which describes itself as Paraguay's largest entertainment company, will start accepting cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, in July. So a lot is happening in Latin America, guys, and we are seeing with El Salvador, now you have Paraguay companies that are doing this. And I'm excited. I'm so excited when I saw that news, and there's a lot of other parts of the world that can leverage crypto and use crypto, because a lot of people don't have access to proper financial services, and their fiat currencies are in hyperinflation. It's trash. People throw it away. I mean, you look at Venezuela and Argentina and so forth. So crypto can really help improve their lives there. And provide financial services and access to financial services. Now, finally, Mark Cuban says he lost money trading a DeFi token called Titan that crashed from $60 to zero in one day. And apparently he's calling for he's calling for regulations from the SEC or something, that stablecoins need to be regulated. And, I've talked about this before. I'm bullish on DeFi. I believe it's the future. But as with anything version 1.0, there's going to be flaws. There's going to be problems, right? And those things have to be figured out. You look at anything, whether it be the first car, the first airplane, the first helicopter, or the first websites on the internet, right? There's going to be flaws. It's not going to be perfect. But we got to look for progress. And I think DeFi is certainly the future, but there's multiple iterations that will be needed to make it ideal and safe and safer, I should say. It's not that it isn't safe, but safer, and people getting more educated about it. But he said he lost a lot of money here, so this is interesting. We'll see what the outcome is here, and how things progress in the future. So once again, I'm bullish on DeFi version 1.0. I'm now putting a lot of money into it, if that makes sense, because I know there's flaws, and you really have to do your research here and which projects and which tokens and things you want to get involved in. So guys, what do you think about this news? I think this Republican and Democrat news is massive. Massive. It's one of those really significant things that it's kind of like a tipping point, right? Where you are seeing some progress finally. And especially on the likes of Maxine Waters, the woman who called Bitcoin like Bitcorn or Bitcom or something in a hearing a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're now getting educated. And also, I think a lot of crypto companies are starting to lobby, which is good, and providing campaign donations and education. So the future is bright, guys, but patience is a key. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.